Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. We've done a bit of stuff in the break, actually quite a bit of stuff. I've paved out a bit of this water. We've managed to get some sheep and some cows lured into here. The sheep I actually summoned, so there's a way of summoning the sheep with the summoning altar, and they come out being called Admiral Fuzzy Britches. So I got two of those, dyed them both black with some ink sacs, and now they are happily giving me black wool, and the reason for the black wool will become clear soon. I also have made a ton of cotton, because why not? And basically I kind of want a lot of string at times, so I figure rather than waiting around, we may as well just make a ton of it, and it's pretty easy to do, and we have the space. So anyway, today what are we going to do? Today we are going to try and get into the LV age. We did a bit of magic last time. This time we do want to start on our way to generating some power. The first way of doing that is to upgrade our steam capacity by using one of the big steam boilers, which is what I said last time we were going to do. I do have some of the stuff. I have the firebox casing, the bronze pipe casing, and the bronze machine casing. However, there are a bunch of other things I need, like LV. Let me show you. This one here. Input buses, output hatches, all LV stuff, as well as the large bronze boiler. The large bronze boiler does need circuits, so we're going to need to start getting into the circuit stuff. Also, these trees are crystal trees. They're pretty cool. I grew them. Well, you make the saplings out of these crystals, which drop from a biome that we happen to have over here, and the trees give out light, which is kind of cool. So I figured let's grow some of those and use the wood. Or Cat, when she gets back on, can use the wood to make stuff pretty. Now, in terms of this boiler, where are we going to put it? I have a feeling that I want to put it over here. So I did start digging this out, and what I think I will do is just stuck down there. Now, I've never tried to do this before, which is swap directions. Swap directions on one of these, because if I do this, I am then able to actually clear all this out here, which I do want to do, because if I can do this, then I can have a double high, oh, we put one of those there. We can have a double high bit in here somewhere to have the boiler. I'm thinking maybe in this corner. Yeah, that could be the go, actually. Somewhere over here. Like here. If we... 2, 3, 4. So if that's going to be the start of a boiler, which is going to be just through here somewhere. There we go. There's one of them. Yeah, awesome. So I will do that off camera. I will clear out a whole bunch of the stuff and we'll make a double high thing. So it will mean that we're sort of on a bit of a mezzanine floor up here that looks down. I am aware that I've probably done something similar in the past. But hey, it works pretty well. So let's do that. Now, the wool situation, the reason we have this wool, and I've been collecting this for a little while. Let's just put that back, that back, that back. Put that and that away. Yep, that'll do for now. Now we need the carpet. Oh, no, not the seat. The carpet. Should be 64 and 32. And will that give us the quest? No, it did not give us the quest. There's a quest here for 128 black carpet. Ah, there we go. You have to click it. 4 times morb. Oh. I don't want to hold shift on that. I want to get them first of all. And then put the ink sacs in. And the morb now hold shift. What's that? This morb holds a generic mob. Oh wow, so you can capture, oh, so it holds, alright, so it holds sheep. I wonder if I release the sheep, it can reuse the morb. Interesting. Anyway, the reason that we want all this carpet is when we go back to here and we look at our large bronze boiler, as I said, we are going to need a bunch of circuits. This is this row of stuff along here. So we will do the LV age first. This circuit here is, oh, not that one. This one here needs a bunch of red alloy cable, and whenever you have cable, it needs this black carpet around it, as well as a bunch of string, which is why we've planted a bunch of string and a bunch of red alloy wire. As I said last time, we do have redstone happening a lot quicker now. And the LV hull is tin cable and a bunch of steel, basically. So I am going to flatten out a bunch of steel. We'll make some LV hulls. We'll get that. And hopefully get some of these. We'll make a big enough batch of these. Yeah, this is going to be a little way off. 40 electric motors. Oof. Plus magnetic ones. Yeah, that's going to be a little way off. But let me go away. I'll make some of the LV stuff. I have a feeling we have... Yeah, we've got quite a bit of steel already, so that should help. Yeah, and then once we come back, hopefully we'll get on to making this boiler and then getting some decent steam out of that. And then after that, what we want to get towards is this one here, the basic steam turbine, which should give us our first bit of power. And maybe this episode, maybe next episode, depending on how long this one takes. So I will see you back in just a bit once I've crafted a few more of these mundane things, as well as cleared out a bit of that corner of the workshop there. And ta-da, we have cleared out a bunch more of this stuff. We do have a little mezzanine floor here. I'm not entirely sure about this bit here. I'm definitely going to extend this back out this way when we get there, and hopefully put some lights up there at some point. We will get there in the end. I do just want to get this steam thing going, because then we can get stuff like the wire mill, and stuff will stop costing us quite as much as it does. So I do have, I did have a bunch of black carpet that I've made from the sheet. We're going to put our boiler probably in this 3x3 here. We do need to get on and make, as I said, some of the circuitry stuff. So we're going to make a bunch of these first. Wood planks, sticky resin. Yeah, let's make a few of those. How many do we need? Just one. Sticky resin's pretty easy. In fact, I think I have a bunch of it already somewhere. Ah. No, I don't, because I turned it all into plastic. All right, so let's grab some wood first of all, and we're going to use the wood in the macerator. Let's just put 16 in. We're going to need to repower that as well, and this is so that we can get some of the wood planks. So if you compress in some sawdust, if you get the right thing, wood pulp, there we go. Yeah, pulverize that, we get 6 of each one. So possibly 6 times 10, so if we take 6 of those back out, that'll give us a nice stack of 60 that we can then compress in. Outside, we do have some rubber trees over the back there to get some more resin, so I'm going to harvest a bunch of those. The other thing worth mentioning is I have made a bunch more of these stone drums and putting creosote in them. Yep, this one is full as well. Stone drums are really, really, really cheap, so this is pretty much what I'm using them for. Cool. There is a quest, actually. There is a quest under supply chain management to make a portable tank, which gives us slightly more storage. There's also a bronze one afterwards, which doesn't have it. Right by steel drum band. Steel drum band, yeah. So you do end up with these other drums that's 64 buckets. We'll get there, we'll get there. Now, as I said, we are working our way towards circuits, so we need those circuit boards to make some of these. Resistors we're also going to make. This is pretty easy as well. Copper wire is just a bunch of copper plates that are cut up. I did make a bunch of red alloy plate. We do have copper ingots, so I'm gonna make a bunch of we are gonna need, I've only got 31. I need to make some more. So we need to stoke this up. Oh, there we go. Stoke this up again before we run out of steam. Let us make those copper into plates. 60. There's a chance for an extra, and because it stacks, that's pretty cool. And we do have a compressor here as well, which should compress it into the plates we need. So I will quickly go and get a bunch of resin and rubber. We'll get the steam going in this. Let me make a few of these coated circuit boards. As I said, we're going to need to make a bunch of these. Steel's pretty easy. This is why I made the red alloy cable, because we need the red alloy wire for that. Vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes are probably worth talking about quickly, because we can smelt them with glass dust from this ball mold. The ball mold is a hammer in the bottom left and the shape plate. So we're going to need to get some steel as well. I do have not quite enough. All right, so I've got a bit of steel though. That's all right. So let me make the shape plate. We'll make a few of these things. I do have some vacuum tubes, and I don't think we've got resistors, but we did get them as quest rewards. No resistors. But we did get those vacuum tubes as quest rewards, which will help us a bit. So let me make a bunch of this circuitry, and then we'll actually get to the business of doing the last bits of this. So we need the circuits for this bit, and we need the LV machine hulls for that stuff. Oh, that's the other thing that happened in the break. We did get a bunch of LV machine hulls. I made 2 of them myself, and I think 4 of them came as a quest reward, so that's a nice handy bonus to that also. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit once we've made some circuits and some of this more boring precursor stuff, and then we can set up a boiler. Okay, jumping back in, I've made a few things. We made some logic circuits. We've got some of the tin cables around. We do have a spare casing, so let's just quickly make the large bronze boiler block. What else do we need? Input bus, output hatch, input hatch. Now, if I remember my hatches correctly, yes, I've got a chest. And 2 glass, because I'm pretty sure the chest is, is it input or output? Input for LV, so input for bus and both of them for hatches. Input for bus and both of them for hatches. So input bus and hatch needs input and output. Wahoo! And what do we get? We get some advanced pipes. That's hold shift in the, and 32 aluminum. Awesome. We do not have space to do that at the moment. Now I can't quite remember what we need to do for the bronze boiler. It used to tell you what it is, but I have a feeling that the bottom needs to be all casings or fireboxes. Bronze pipe casings. No, those go in the middle. Those go in the middle. This goes in the middle of one side. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. So we have some input and output hatches. So we have input liquids, output liquids, input water, output steam, input fuel. Right, so if we have our input fuel on this side, we are going to need to have, let's put the input fuel there. Let's put the output on the other side there. And the input hatch for the water, I'm gonna probably do the same water setup as that. I'll just make a whole nother one of it until we get ready. So let's have, so if that is input bus, yeah, so that can go there. And now we have our firebox casings, which can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. We will make this the front. Don't need the machine hulls. The pipe casings, I believe, go like that, and then I think if you go in here, invalid structure doesn't tell you what the structure should be though. However, I'm pretty sure that this is right. Mostly because we have exactly the right amount of blocks to do it that way. These haven't changed color though. Invalid structure. Does this need to be somewhere higher? Do we need to hit it with a hammer? No, we don't need to hit it with a hammer. Let's just see. Casing. Invalid structure. Alright, I am going to have to look at how to do that. I could have sworn that it went the way with the controller there. It's like most other blocks seem to have this. Maybe we have these input buses in slightly wrong spots. So I have a funny feeling the steam output might need to be above, but then, you know what, let's just try it. Let's just try it. And yes, I'm aware some of you are probably still going, yeah, facepalm. Right, I am almost certain that that goes there. However, the thing I am not certain of is that, because steam normally comes out higher up. Nope, I'm going to go away and figure that out. I will make another set of these Porcelain Melter, like I'll do another setup like this as well, and that way we will have water guaranteed for this. Hopefully the water is going to be faster. I won't use a redstone clock. We did get those pipes earlier, and they are a much faster flow rate, so we should be fine to use one of those. So let me make some of that stuff and come back, and hopefully we'll be able to fire this up and get some steam happening. Alright, back just for a sec to show you the solution to this. In the end, what happens is you can look in the bronze boiler. So if you look at the large bronze boiler, there's a second tab here that shows you the multi-block pattern, and you can then look at what needs to be on the bottom level. So the bottom level is a bunch of firebox casings with just the input and the or the two inputs, the hatch and the bus. The next layer does have the bronze boiler controller on it, like I thought. There is also the output hatch. Layer 3 has what we thought, and layer 4 doesn't quite have what we thought. So that middle block, you can just select it there as actually a machine casing, not a pipe casing or pipe housing. And you need one extra firebox casing for the bottom. So the quest steers you wrong a little bit. So you do still only need 23 of these bronze machine casings, but you need one extra bronze firebox and one less of the pipes. And then it forms just fine. So that done, I will now go and get the porcelain melter and get the other setup over here. This is that's the tank, and that is for the objects. Cool, see you in just a sec. Alright, we are kind of ready to start getting some stuff together. This is the one for the water. Yes, so I have decided that I want this to be sort of down one level because the tank can go there, the melter can go there, and then we have this one fluid conduit that we got. Awesome, now I should be able to right click that and go extract always active. We do have a hopper that we can put on top. Awesome. And then I have a spare glove to put some, you know what, let's just take it with us. Might need to go down and actually refill some of this at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the glove while I'm still holding the drum. How much is left in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, still quite a bit. Sitting in there too. Our glove's damaged a bit. We can combine these two gloves later on and it'll make a better one. We need some ice. Some ice. Let's see. Ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be our water supply sorted. Ice, 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 ice. No, bugs me that it's not maxed out there. Cool. So we have temperature 0 to 500, steam output 0 per tick. This is, yeah, wow. Pretty fast at keeping 16 buckets of water in there. And as per usual, we have used no lava. Cool, so that is a nice little setup for that. Now, I don't think we turn this on at all. I think we literally put some wood into it. So I know wood's not the best thing for it. Unfortunately, I want to keep all my charcoal at the moment for making steel. So we are left with... yeah, wow. Okay, so we're left with a bunch of wood to go in there. I also don't think you can run out the steam. So if we put that in there, it is now turned on. So that is, for all intents and purposes, now going, although we do then need to do the next bit of it. And the next bit of it is, first of all, let's get our stuff. See, now we can, this one's come available. So basic steam turbine, we are going to need, we've got some circuits already in some medium bronze. We've already got an LV machine hull, another tin cable, some tin rotors. Oof. Okay, a bit nasty to make, but not too bad. And then electric motors. Now this is gonna be interesting because the magnetic iron rod, oh no, the first ones we can make with redstone. Cool, so let me make our first, let's make the first basic steam turbine and we'll plug it in and make a bunch of pipes and have probably our first stuff here. I may just hollow out this bit a little bit as well so we've got enough room to put some machines there. Cool. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. We will get the steam turbine going and then I think that is going to be it for this episode. And then we'll do the machines next time. But stay tuned, I will just be back once we've got this turbine running. Alright, I've cleared a little bit more out. I also took the chance to make a couple of these portable tanks just because I think it might be useful to have a buffer. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work though, or if... yeah, so these are the ones that can link together like that, which is pretty cool. What we might do though, I also made the basic steam turbine. Now this will have, I may need to rejig this a bit later on, but let's put it, so we have a thing coming out of there. We could have 3 of them along here. Sure, and there's a dot on that side for the output, so that's fine. And then we can have that there. Now, this is where I'm not sure if these are actually gonna, these are advanced mechanical pipes, but I'm not sure if they automatically pump out or not. I don't think so. We can try it anyway. This takes a while to get going. We are going to need quite a bit of wood if we're going to use wood in it. I will just get this going very, very briefly. I have a feeling we're going to have to sort our power out a little bit. Tree farm might be on the horizon. There is another coke oven as well that you can make, which might be good. Wow, did that just go through that? Yeah, okay, so this is going to go through wood super fast. Yeah, wood's not going to be the go. I totally didn't see it going that fast before. We are not even going to get up to temperature. So let's grab our charcoal and see. Wow, it's still going to take a bit. While that is happening, let's grab those other pipes. So this is one of the reasons for having these tanks. You don't quite lose as much if you can buffer a bunch of it. Although this thing is going to, if it's anything like the other ones that I've seen in the past, it'll be more efficient the hotter it gets. Oof, that is using it like crazy. 83. Let's put that one there and that one there and go always active. Hey, there we go. Huh, you can't see the steam in it. But definitely no steam in there, so let's just go like this. And there we go. We are getting some power. So we're going to need to get some sort of, oh, there we go, energy in the toolbar. 1000 EU. Cool, so that is going to be the goods, well, not a good setup. We're going to have to still figure out what we're going to do about this, because this is just an insane amount of, yeah, it's still going just as fast. But man, it really produces steam super fast once it gets there. 16 buckets there. Later on we'll get bigger tanks, and then we can upgrade these to have a slightly bigger buffer. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm gonna have to really think about what we're gonna have to do for charcoal. There was, oh yeah, we've finished a bunch of things now. Enriched alloy, steamed spinach, and as a result of getting Elementum as a reward, we actually complete another quest as well, which is pretty cool. So we've done that one. We can now, yeah, so it's interesting. It just completes that automatically, and now we're going straight to steel drum. Yeah, quantum tank we're not yet. So what we're going to want to do in AO technology, it's either there or not space. This one. Machine controller, 10 bricked bronze hulls. Allow you to process coal and charcoal far more efficiently. It's capable of turning charcoal into coal coke. Interesting. Twice as fast as a normal coke oven. Awesome, so we need to make some of these. So I might do this between now and next time, because this is a lot of bronze. I'm going to need to do a ton of mining. Yeah, a ton of mining. I'm going to have to set up my nets as well for that stuff. Brass, might have to make some of the magical brass again, because I don't think my zinc will hold out for too much of this. One of the things I do want to make straight up is probably a bender. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. The first thing I normally make though is the wire mill. So the wire mill does take a little bit to make, but wire is super expensive. Otherwise, it's 3 ingots go to 2 plates, go to 2 wires. So 3 ingots for 2 wires, and this one here I think will produce a wire out of, or 2 wires out of a single ingot. So it's like 6 times the yield or something. Or, yeah, I can't remember the math. It's not quite 6 times, but it is way more efficient. So we'll probably do that one first. Get some wiring made as well. But I think the next thing is going to be, how the hell do we power this? Because that has just ripped through all the fuel. And now our temperature's falling. Yeah, so we're going to have to sort something out. Maybe carve out a bit through there as well for some more coke ovens, and then get some tree farming happening. Anyway, I think that's going to be a good time to wrap up this particular episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.